All right, guys, this is episode 18 of the Nuff Said Sports Podcast. I am your host, Adam Diggins. That is the best co-host on the planet, Trey Adams. That's my man. That's my brother from another mother. That's my dude
Road
from
dog.
what?
The road dog.
The road dog. Back in the day, we go back like a Cadillac. So yeah, let's get this week started off. We got a whole bunch of topics we're gonna preview. Some NFL games this week. Tell you what games we think are really important this week to watch. What to watch out for. Also, we're gonna talk a little Deion talk. Who is talking about Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes? It's the Buffaloes, right? Am I sure? Yeah,
hmm
Buffaloes.
hmm
And get this week started. So yeah, with that being said, cue the intro, guys. All right, we are back. Back like nothing ever happened. With that being said, first off, thank you to Signers Wave for the intro song. We absolutely love you guys. Got hype us up a little bit with the intro. Make sure you check them out. They're from Charlotte, Big Music Collective. Check out signerswave.com. Yeah, man. Trey, how's your week going, man?
Glad this week. Thank God it's Friday. That's all I can say. Thank God it's Friday. Been a busy week. Um, Sometimes you just can't wait for the weekend. So it's just thank God it's Friday and time to get the weekend football started.
Football is right around the corner. We had a game last night. We'll talk about in just a little bit. But before we get into those good, juicy topics, let's talk about how you need to follow us on social media: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all those good social media sites. We got plenty of entertainment for you guys. Chopping up some clips, posting them, and just making it juicy and entertaining for you guys. I keep saying juicy. I don't know why that's a popular word right
Yeah.
now. It's a little weird. A little weird. Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Why does it seem like every college coach that goes against Colorado has to come and make a personal shot at Dion? And what I'm referring to is the coach for Colorado State came out and said that when he talks to adults, he doesn't wear shades and he doesn't wear his hat. He looks them in the eye and has truthful conversations with them, as if that mattered. But with that being said, it, why does this keep happening every single week? And I don't think it's going to change when Colorado go against Oregon and when they go against USC the week after next.
The smart ones will avoid that because definitely you don't need to egg them on in any kind of way. They don't need any motivation. I honestly think it's jealousy because this team is being talked about and probably your team is not. Let's be real. I honestly think it's just another way for them to get more views for the game, possibly, or to be in the spotlight before the actual game happens. But again, it just makes you look bad if you end up losing because most likely Colorado State is going to lose this game. So it's why I don't know why. What's your take? I don't know. I think it's
I
bad.
I think you hit the nail on the head, man. I think jealousy has to be the reason why. Think about this, right? ESPN has put this game at the forefront, has made it the highest covered team pretty much in the first 3 weeks. Okay,
hmm
I would be jealous too. You're taking all the shine away, and not only is he winning, he's doing it with some swag. He's doing it with some straight up just next level cool. Like he's doing it in a cool way, and I think a
Yeah.
lot of these older coaches, might I say, the older white coaches, don't like that. They think you're just supposed to work hard all week, show up, and working hard isn't sexy. Working hard isn't like and the fact that Dion does it, wins, and looks cool doing it. I think it's jealousy. I also think that you know you I think they have a hard time. Again, I've kind of talked about this last couple weeks, but accepting the transfer portal and I think they feel like they've been shorted. Like Colorado used a shortcut.
Mm.
You know what I mean? To turn that team around, which I don't think he has. I just think he has used the resources at hand. So I'm with you. How would you feel if you were another coach? If let's just say you coach Alabama or you coach Texas or one of these other big, really big teams, Ohio State, how would you feel towards Dion?
Shit. Personally, dude, I'm not saying anything to the media. I'm completely no cameras, all of that. I'm like that week. I'm going to be so focused on trying to kick their ass to let the kids play, do their talk. I'm not going to sit there and talk to the media and look down upon him in somewhere, talk bad about him, his players, his kids. None of that. They don't need any motivation. They got enough. They know they got a target on their back. They don't care what you say, regardless of what you say to the media. They don't care because they're gonna come out there and they're gonna do what they are taught and know to do anyway. So why even say anything? So I'm my team. Don't say nothing. No posting this week on social medias. None of that shit. And straight to the point. We're going out there. We're going to play football. That's it.
How I agree with you. How do you think this affects recruitment to Colorado, specifically, like the image of what it seems like on Colorado side?
It's definitely gonna people want to go there now. Like not even just be like right now, people want to go there. They're seeing what the new environment is like. They're seeing what the team is like as a whole. It's the go-to place now. Like you said, it's everywhere you go on anything college football, you cannot talk about Colorado. You can't. And the fact that they're winning and it's showing on the field, it's like it's the go-to spot. Like I said, nobody wants to really go to Alabama no more. We seeing them lose. Like nobody wants to go there. That's not exciting. You want to go somewhere where it's a new start, it's fresh, and look, you winning games, and you're in the spotlight doing it.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I think too. It kind of on the recruitment side, it seems like it's very business savvy what Dion is doing because you're not
Mm.
buying into Colorado. You're buying into Dion. Like Dion is the brand. Like we knew the brand when he was in the NFL, but you are buying into. If we're being straight up, right? Most of his players are going to be black, okay? And so a lot of these black players have black parents, and most of them grew up watching Dion play. Okay, so you got
Mm.
that aspect. Now you see the swagger, the just the brand of Dion. It's bigger than just a school. You're going into a man who's speaking about God, Christ, and his beliefs. You have a black man who is fucking winning. Let's be honest, and that you're seeing all these coaches looking down upon because of how he's winning and being jealous. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be like the super popular dude. I want to be the dude who everybody else is fucking jealous of.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? That's why I want my kid to go to. The kid that Dion's preaching all this stuff about, right? I think that's what's most important. Uh, it's jealousy, man. Everybody's jealous of Dion right now. He's got everything. He's got everything but the toes on his feet. You know what I'm saying? But he got everything else. Everything else. Uh, oh yeah. How do we think this? I mean, I'm pretty sure we all know, but how this Colorado versus Colorado State game is gonna go?
Oh, it's gonna be a blowout. It's gonna be worse than the whole Nebraska game. Like that game, it didn't start really getting ugly till after halftime. This one, I don't even see it getting that far. Honestly, I could see it being a blowout in the, like second quarter. It gets ugly, and it's just like, and it's prime time, so Andy and everybody can watch this blowout happen. Saturday night football.
I'm right there with you. Oh, Shador fucking breaks the fucking plays the brakes off them fucking team, bruh. I hope they beat the fucking brakes off of them because they deserve it, man. They need to beat them so bad that not only does your coach need to shut up, okay? you know how embarrassing it is for your coach to go at them and then they beat the shit out of you.
Mm.
Like that's what needs to happen. It needs to be embarrassing until the point. The more they beat the brakes off teams, again, the more better players are gonna want to come play with Dion because the money's coming right to Dion too. They're getting all the headlines, man. You tell me the fucking automotive the I don't know car fucking what do you call it? I'm tripping right now. The like car dealerships, the local car dealerships aren't going to Colorado right now. All of that money, anything locally or out locally, because it's such a nationwide story, is going right to Dion, and all that money is going to be available for any of those really really good players that want to come play. That's all I'm saying. Let's move on to this last Thursday night game that came on yesterday. It was ugly, man. The Vikings versus the Eagles. Before we really dive into the game, let's really narrow in on why are the Vikings 0-2 right now? Why have they lost both of the first two games?
Is that really a question? I think we all know why. Nobody just wants to say it, but shit, I'll be the first one to say it. They are one-dimensional. They're one-dimensional offensively. And also, defensively, they just suck ass. They fucking suck. They can't stop anybody. They're secondary, and they have no real pressure on the ball. Their secondary suspect. Their defense just needs a whole rebuild. And then offensively, they're one-dimensional. All they can do is throw. They can't run the ball. They got rid of Dalvin Cook and let him go for practically nothing, and they have nothing to show for it. They can't run the ball. They can't. So now you could just key in on just Justin Jefferson, and again, you have to try to build an around him. You have to use Hockenson at tight end, which they finally did yesterday. Glad they did, fantasy owners. So I'm very proud of that. But also, in general, the other wide receiver, Addison, he's getting in the mix. So again, but there's no running game. And we all know you cannot go far into the playoffs and just completely just throw the ball 50 times a game. You're not going to be successful doing that. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head on a few things. First off, you're a proud owner of Hockenson in fantasy. I'm a proud owner of Addison in fantasy. In a very deep league, and I took him and he showed out for me. Also had Swift last night, but we'll get to that in a little bit. And I had my fantasy opponent tapping out. Okay, at the end of that game, he was talking about how bad I was beating him. But that's besides the point. I mean, they are one dimensional. I thought Madison was going to be a little bit better than what he has been. I'm not. I guess I'm surprised. I thought Madison, because if you look at him in college, man. And not saying everything translates, but like he had some power, some explosiveness. I don't see any of that. I mean, even him dropping the fucking ball, just popping off his hands, bro. You had all the room you want. It's to catch the ball. But anyways, I can blast him. I really think that what their big problem is and why they've lost specifically these last two games is even though it's relatively close games at the end, the turnovers. The turnovers. In the second game, I think they had 7 turnovers or 8 turnovers in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's coming from Kirk Cousins. That like he's throwing for a lot of yardage. Congrats, but you're careless with the ball, and that's some things you can get away with. Sometimes you can't. But when you're having close games like this, like you had last year that you came out on the other side of, you're the leader. So if anybody drops the ball, let it be Madison. Let it be these side role players, not you, right? Kirk can't be turning the ball over like he has been. And the defense, Harrison Smith, I think it's time, and I hate to say it because I'm a Harrison Smith fan. It's time to hang the cleats up. It's time to hang the cleats up.
Not Harrison.
I hate to bring race up again, man, but like us white people age a little faster than most, man. We get a little slower, a little bit faster. You know what I'm saying? So, I just think it's time, man. He's been Mr. Dependable from Minnesota, It's time. And it's okay. It's all right. You're just not the same guy as you used to be. You know, it.
You brought up a good point with the turnovers. Even though he didn't throw any picks yesterday, Kirk Cousins, he still again fumbles, getting sacked and and the ball coming out like that can't happen. Let alone again the team as a whole. It was I want to say it was three. I think it was three turnovers yesterday, and all fumbles. So it's just that can't happen. That can't happen. Um, so yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. Like I said, just the turnovers, they got to cut down on that. I feel like again, their offense pass wise, yeah, you guys are good. You're one of the top five, top 10 teams in the passing game. But again, you got to be able to ground and pound when you need to, and rely on that running back. And y'all clearly can't do that right now, and that's why they're 0-2, not 0-1, not 1-1. They're 0-2 in that division. That's bad.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I would like to see them just come out one game and just run the ball over and over again, just to see what happened. Like I think Madison's problem might be he's not getting the touches he needs, and it's because they are a pass heavy offense, and I get the pluses on that side point. But some people are just volume runners. And I
Yeah,
understand this whole offense isn't shaped up to be like that. I understand that the offensive line isn't good. And it showed last night.
yeah,
And if you want to blame that for the fumbles, you're not wrong. But it's ways around that, right? It's just getting the ball out, having a little bit more awareness on Kirk Cousins' end. But I just want to see, just give it to Madison a whole bunch of times, just see how it goes. And maybe do
mhm,
more of a play action with Kirk Cousins and just see how it goes. Just to kind of change it up, because if you think this is what the team is, that 0-2 is going to be 0-3, 0-4, 0-5. It's not going to get much better. Like overnight, it's just not. So just change up the strategy. And I think that's. I know I'm a Patriots fan, but Bill Belichick isn't afraid to give our running backs from Roger Stevenson fucking 20 carries a game, and then the next he might get two. But it's just changing up the strategy versus what team you're going against and what might work. And just experiment. Fuck it. Like, you know
yeah.
what Kirk Cousins can give you. But do you know what Madison is going to give you if you rush him 25 times a game? Not really. We don't know that. Um, but let's go on to some more drama that we had going on with A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts getting in each other's faces. A.J. Brown kind of started it. Coach, how do you pronounce his last name? Nick Sirianni
That's Sirianni. Yeah,
came in and broke it up, and then when the media asked him about it, he said he didn't know anything about it, and they were like, "You're right there," and he was like, "We're gonna keep conversation still." I'm like, "Okay, that's a little weird, but okay." What do you make of this entire situation? Where do you think it came from?
the fact that they didn't even admit to it happening, I think that means it's more behind closed. It's obviously more than what we saw, and what we think. The simple fact, again, we all saw it happen on national television, and the fact that you still try to sit there and say like nothing happened, like you tried to pretty much put it under the rug, like who gives a crap, or it was I don't know what you're talking about. You know exactly what you're talking about. You was right there. Don't act like that. And that happened on TV, and everybody saw it. Let alone again, if you actually saw Jalen Hurts' response, oh my gosh, he was sick of looking like, "Fuck this guy. He ain't about to catch the ball for the rest of the game for me." And I don't look. I don't even know why it happened because I mean, he ended with AJ Brown ended with freaking like 5 receptions, 6 receptions. It wasn't a lot, but
Yeah.
I mean that's usually what they normally get in Philly. Like it's not a throw heavy team, and they go with the hot hand, and obviously the hot hand was Devontae Smith. So I don't know. What's your take on it? Did you see something that I might have missed or anything?
I mean, I saw Jalen Hurts about to knock him to the float. That's what the fuck I saw. And I
I
think Jalen
don't think
Hurts.
that would happen.
I think that it seemed like when how you had. I know you got obviously you got a brother. And when you guys were younger and you were in the back seat, and you know how siblings tend to like poke each other and like get in a little fight, and then like your like mom or dad would like reach behind and like cut it the fuck out, and that's what it kind of seemed. That's what the altercation kind of seemed like. Um, so I don't think it's a big deal. I do think that AJ Brown was a lot of people think he was arguing over not getting enough targets. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think targets is what he's arguing about. I think the offense is different from last year, and what I see different is it was very run heavy. They would start out being very, very run heavy. Whether it's Jalen Hurts running the ball sometimes, but it was mainly running backs. Being real heavy at first, and then they would take some down the field shots, some 50-50 balls for AJ Brown. I don't see that. I didn't see it last night. And whether it's because Slay was out there or what am I? Oh my god, I'm tripping. I just said Darius Slay. Whatever reason it was out there, why AJ Brown didn't get his 50-50 ball. It was the same thing in New England. And I think that's the one wrinkle in the offense that's missing is 50-50 balls down the way, because a 50-50 ball for A.J. Brown was automatic. It was more of an 80% type of ball. And I think he didn't get that. And I think it's Jalen Hurts reflecting in the offseason and saying, I don't want to make bad choices. I don't want bad incompletions. I want to take risk-free throws. And I think he's playing so conservative, which is why you saw the long balls to Devontae Smith, where he had room. He was wide open on I think he had two big ones. He was wide open. So I think that's the thing. It's more of a Jalen Hurts play style thing. So I think AJ Brown was relatively justified for what he was saying. I think he wants a couple chances where he can just take it long and home run plays, and they're not giving him that. But they're still winning games. So it's that balance of switching your play style up and winning and losing games, but they're winning right now. So I don't know. At the same time, you got contract incentives. I'd be kind of pissed too if I'm losing money. There's that aspect to it. And Jalen Hurts they're supposed to be best friends. So I mean, it could be nothing. It could be something. I think it's just more of a play style type of issue. And I get that's technical and that's not the sexy answer, but that's what I'm seeing. And the whole time in the game, I'm waiting. Like, when are they going to throw the ball up for A.J. Brown? Because that was it was a threat all last year. I haven't seen it so far. So, I don't know if you saw it.
That's crazy because, again, we all know Jalen Hurts doesn't do that. He doesn't throw the 50-50 a lot. Most of his throws, like you said, it is just catching the defense slipping. Somebody kind of wide open. If it is a back shoulder, it is communicated between the receiver and him. But again, it's more like it's more of a surprise. But him actually sitting there throwing a ball that could go either way, and him being the cause of it, or him having an interception on his stat sheet, he's not that type. He wasn't that type in college, honestly. He's never been the type to actually take those risks. He's not the risk taker. He'll rather take a 5-6 yard run scramble than a interception or a 50-50 ball that could be an interception on and that makes him look bad. I do think he cares about his image a little bit too much in a way. And again, what the media says about his play. But again, right now, again, it is needed for them. I do think that's when he is able to take that big step. That's when that offense and his development as a top 3 quarterback in the league will go to where it needs to go.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do. Quarterbacks play politics and all types of stuff like that. I definitely agree with you on that standpoint. I wouldn't be surprised if AJ Brown doesn't have, if he has a great game next week. I think there's communication. I think Jalen Hurts maybe didn't just, AJ Brown a little country, you know what I'm saying? So I think maybe he just didn't like the way he was addressed about it. And at the end of the day, they'll work it out in the offensive meetings and go from there. I mean, you're still winning, so it's not a big deal. Now, when you're losing and you got this going on, that's more of an issue. But winning heals all. I feel it. I definitely feel it. What were your thoughts on the game in general? I will say that the Vikings didn't seem to have a chance all game long, even though the end of the score said otherwise, but throughout the game, I didn't see the Vikings as a threat.
Okay, same. I would definitely say the same. I think after that touchback with with Justin Jefferson happened, I think
Oh
it just killed
my
all
god!
momentum. I think it
Hey,
just killed all momentum. Any momentum they was gaining, I think that just killed it all. Because
t-
it started off sloppy with the with the fumbles, on both sides of the ball, and again, the Vikings just couldn't capitalize. Sometimes they would go three and out. They'll have a couple drives where they would move the ball a little bit, but then they would stop. Um, but yeah, I think that was the momentum killer right there. And after that, it was just simple trying to just play catch up after that.
I, when you brought up the Justin Jefferson touchback, do you think? And I saw a couple people say this on social last night. Do you think touchback should be taken out of the game? It did seem I felt bad for Justin Jefferson last night, but let me know what you think about the touchback rule.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, if you don't have possession of the ball, but you think you can just reach out or throw the ball over there, because if that's the case, you can dead ass throw the ball in the end zone if you feel like you're not going to reach it, and then what's it going to be at the 1 yard line? Like how would you replace not having a touchback? It's not going to justify, or it could be abused in some kind of way if it's not in place. So I saw that and I just like laughed at it and I was just like, how could you not have touchback in place? No, you need that. In some kind of way, it's needed.
Yeah, I'm with you. I laughed at it, and my rebuttal to them was that you know I think it's a strategy thing. Okay, you can double secure that ball and hold it close to your body, but the risk is bringing it out like Justin Jefferson did, and he took that risk and he paid for it. I can get how you can be frustrated from a Viking standpoint. I get it, but I think it's just a strategic thing. Are you going to be a little bit more risky with the ball control or ball security, or are you not? And I think that's the biggest thing. I do think though that if a defensive player causes a fumble and it goes out of bounds, okay, the defense should get the ball back on offense. Those fumbles you have in Madden where you cause it and like it's right there at the out of bounds and it just rolls out and like, bruh, I could have just fucking had that. And I caused it and it just happened to go out of bounds and now the offense just keeps the ball. It's bullshit. I hate that. I hate that aspect so much. I'm like, if I knocked it the fuck out, if it's clear that I knock it out, I should get the fucking ball and not just because it rolls out of bounds, the offense automatically gets it. It's so stupid. I hate that.
Well, don't play me because I scramble with my QB and I'll be right out of bounds just in case if that shit happens. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm that guy. I'm
Uh,
that fucking guy.
what teams you been playing with, Madden lately? This is a little off topic. It's just a little talking shit, but
I'm a dickhead because everybody else has been a dickhead. So I play with the Cowboys, the Chargers, and I play with Denver.
that's not too bad. I thought you were gonna say like the Ravens and be like running to the left with fucking Lamar. I hate motherfuckers that do that shit. Just constantly fucking do it. Anyways, yeah. My thoughts on the Eagles Vikings game. I mean, granted, again, I had Swift in fantasy, and that was a great, amazing feeling. And not only just fantasy, just in real life, I had a big opinion of him coming into this year, and I expected him to have this type of performance. The sad thing about the Eagles is, I mean, it's the same thing when they had Miles Sanders. Is they'll give him these touches next week, but just like the week before, Swift had 2 touches for like 7 yards the week before. So, and it's going to keep going like that. It's going to keep happening, and I hate that aspect. But I do like that they had the running game more involved this week than the previous week. I think it's needed, especially, again, with Hurts being so conservative. It's very much needed because he's obviously not going to risk those risky throws this year for political reasons that we talked about. But the Vikings, man, the Vikings just don't look. They look like a defeated team. But what tells me there is hope is because when the fourth quarter came, they turned it up.
Mm-hmm.
So that telling me you can do it and you could have did it the whole time, but you only did it because your back was against the wall and you're running out of time.
Mm-hmm.
And so that tells me that could be coaching. You're just not moving with the type of urgency that you did towards the end of the game, and you could have came out the game started like that, but you didn't. So that tells me there's just no sense of urgency. And then if they go 0-4, 0-3, oh now we got to try. Like no, go ahead and start the game with those risks, like a throw like you did to Addison at the start of the fourth or into the third. I can't remember. Like that, you need that throughout the whole damn game. Like not just because you might lose. And they call it back up. They call it back up. Now, did it ever seem like they were a threat? No, because the Eagles always felt like they could pull it out some way.
Yeah.
So it was a hell. I still watched it. It was still a good game to me. Devontae Smith, shout out to him, man. He just a fucking baller. Tons of yak on his standpoint. Anything else that stuck out to you in that game?
Defensive line of the Eagles, man. They still got some. I like what they're doing. Their blend of old and young players and meshing them both together and trying to incorporate how they're pretty much moving forward with their future of that defensive line. Defensive line is that the D line is looking good, looking good.
Jalen Carter just looks like a fucking monster. And imagine what he's gonna look like in only fucking 2 more years, and he's just fucking Brandon Graham 2.0 with some more athleticism.
I was gonna say Fletcher Cox 2.0. You said Brandon Graham. I feel like he's more like Fletcher than I would say Brandon. But hey, I think they got their cornerstones for that D line moving forward. Definitely.
It's amazing. The Eagles secondary did give some those plays up that we talked about earlier, and it wasn't Slay. It was just the rest of that secondary that just
they ain't healthy. They're not healthy.
It's just a little too loose for me compared to last year. I feel like last year was a little bit more locked down. Like granted, like Gardner Johnson left, and a couple of those secondary players kind of got rotated out. So I get it. But let's go to a commercial break from Dread Sock. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have locks or protective hairstyle, make sure you check their website out. Instagram. Also, they're really big on Instagram, so make sure you check them out. www.dreadsock.com and keep that hair protected. I know I'm bald, but I still remember what it feels like to have lovely locks. Not like dreadlocks, but like locks.
I was about to say, pray to God. I hope not. I hope not.
Hey, next week I might surprise you. Get a little. Go to the damn Halloween store and get some fake dreadlock shits. Like what's the dude off of Anthony Anderson on fucking Scary Movie? That's what I'm gonna fucking come with. All right. Anyways, shout out to Dread Sock. You guys are amazing. Watch this commercial in 3, 2, 1. We are back. I held up the wrong number of fingers from my.
I was about to say, damn, did he forget how to count? Holy shit!
Be like, oh, dude, the other dude from Scary Movie, where he like putting his hand in the turkey. Anyways, let's talk about the more important things. These Sunday and Monday night games coming up. Alert, people! There are 2 Monday night games coming up this week. Not 1. But 2, they're playing within an hour of each other, so no, I'm not going to watch that Falcons-Panthers game. It is what it is. I'll catch the other one. Seemed a lot better. But anyways, when it comes to our preference, what is the most important game for fans this week that they need to watch? Tell me what is the most important game to you, Trey.
It's 2 on the radar, but my most important one, I'm going to go Chiefs-Jags. 1, obviously, because the Chiefs have a possibility of starting the season 0-2 because they are in Jacksonville. So that is definitely one. Um, and then two, just again, that game specifically, you can see the Jaguars defeat a team they lost to in the playoffs, obviously last year, get some fake revenge back on Patrick Mahomes, and then solidify themselves as a new offensive powerhouse um, in the NFL in the league total. So that's my two takeaways. That's something I'm definitely a game I feel as though it should be keyed in or eyed by any and everybody. And again, it's two of the best teams in the AFC. I feel like so that's mine. What you got?
Well, before I get to my game, I'm gonna ask you a little bit more about that game. How, what do the Jags need to do in order to win against the Chiefs? What's the formula? A
Ground
pound.
and fucking pound. Ground and fucking pound.
You
You
said
got
Pound Town.
ET.
Pound Town.
You pound town. I take it. Shit. Fucking eat rock with ETN to the death for you. Rock with him. Him and Bigsby, let them loose. Do not let Patrick Mahomes get on that field and abuse their defensive line. Chris Jones is back, yes, but I'm not worried about him. He ain't gonna be in the best shape ever. Again, he still has to get. It's gonna be his first game of the season. So again, he ain't gonna. Most likely, he probably played probably half the defensive snaps, not even more than that. I would abuse that. I would again run the ball. That's the best way to beat the Chiefs. You're at home. Again, it's obviously a 1 o'clock game, so it's in your favor of the time zones and all that. Abuse what you got, and I think Trevor Lawrence and ETN are going to do what they need to do, as well as Calvin fucking Ridley. Nobody on the Chiefs defense is going to be able to stop him. I just think the Jaguars have too many weapons, so I think Calvin really has another great game, as well as ETN and Bigsby just run the ball.
Kadarius Tony catches the game-winning touchdown, or no?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They're not even going to be put in that position. He probably don't even get any targets, and he's gonna understand why, because he should be working at Walmart right now.
Not the bagger, not being a Walmart bagger. Um, I like that pick. That was my number one pick, and I like that. That is the game to watch. Also, think it's a good game to see if the Jags take that next step. Right? We all had them blowing up. Well, me and you both, we had them blowing up this year. Taking and this is the right step. Okay, if you take the stake and you stab it into the heart of the Kansas City Vampires, okay, and you knock them out and they go 0-2, that is what you need to really take the next step and for people to really take you serious. And Trevor Lawrence, man, it's your time to shine. Trevor Lawrence, Calvin Ridley, Zay Jones, who had a crazy catch last week. I won't get too much into that because that wasn't my game of the week. My game of the week is the Bengals versus the Ravens. And both of us really high on Lamar Jackson. And me really heavy on Joe Burrow this season. And they both came out not too hot last week. And they didn't have that great of a showing. Both of them pretty lackluster. But this week will be different. I think we'll see an offensive shootout, and I can't wait for it. I do think that the Ravens are in for a rough time. I'm going to tell you a couple of their players that are out this week. Obviously, J.K. Dobbins won't be for the rest of the season. Mark Andrews is questionable, which is okay. But you got Marlon Humphrey for the Ravens secondary. He's out. You got Ronnie Stanley. I believe he's a Pro Bowl tackle. And you got Tyler Linderbaum, who's another Pro Bowl offensive lineman. That's not just like little side, role players. Those are players that are important for your offense, and important for the Ravens offense. Were you about to say something, Trey?
No, that was just we had a viewer come in and say what's up, so I was just giving a little shout out.
Go ahead. Who's it?
Danny, appreciate you coming through. Please comment as we go along, and again, just appreciate you coming through.
Appreciate you, Danny. Definitely would like to hear from you. Again, I'm gonna take this as Joe Burrow's chance to rise up from the flames of the bullshit that he put up last week. Because that is not what we want. I'm assuming this game isn't going to be raining like it was last week. And you had your game. What? Right? What? Yes.
These damn excuses for your favorite players. I know we got them on your little on the screen. I know that's your man's and all. The dude took an L, and he about to take another one. That's all I'm about to say.
No, he's not. If he does, then I'll be extra concerned. If he does lose, I don't have him having it that way. I don't see Joe Burrow having two bad games in a row. Come on, that don't even sound like my. I cringe up when I just said that. I cringe up. It doesn't sound. It sounds very abnormal. I don't see that happening. I gotta give it to the Bengals, man. Just give it to the Bengals. You said yourself that you think the Ravens hit the panic button on the Ravens, is what you said last podcast, because they lost Dobbins. And if it's one way to beat the Bengals, it's running the ball, because the defense isn't amazing against the run. It's okay, but it ain't great. So let's see what happens. I look forward to Hendrickson wrapping not Lawrence Taylor, Jesus Christ, fucking Lamar Jackson up, and just locking them down. So that's what I got for you. My game of the week. Let's go on and talk about. It's somewhat what we just talked about. We talked about two of these teams already. But out of the Chiefs, the big three powers of the AFC, out of the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Bengals, which team is more likely to go 0-2?
The Chiefs. Out of those games, being again they're on the road. The Ravens are on the road, so again it's a very high possibility, as you just said, about Joe Burrow having two bad games in a row and losing them. The Chiefs are on the road to Jacksonville, and the Bills are home against the Raiders. I don't see them losing that game at all. I think Josh Allen, again, same thing you just said about Joe Burrow. Two bad games in a row for Josh Allen, and they lose. I highly doubt that. So I'm gonna go Chiefs. I feel like if you was to take any odds or bets on those three teams, my money would be on the Chiefs, that they start this season 0-2, and everybody starts flipping the fuck out about the Chiefs.
I think you make a point, but I'm not going to agree with you, because that would be a whack-ass show. I actually think that the Bills are more likely to go 0-2. I think that because I think me and you both kind of underestimated this Raiders team coming into the season. And now they looked great last week, man. They looked great.
Pray to God. No, they did not look great. Pray to God.
The Jimmy G disease took on last week, and he looked damn near good. A lot better than what I thought he was going to look like. And I think that the Bills, with some of those Josh Allen turnovers, with him loving to be risky and just having that personality where he wants to take those haymakers or throw those haymakers, you get caught. And I think, the Raiders are the perfect team to do that. Now, again, do I think the Raiders are one of the best teams out here? No. But I just think they got the momentum. They're hyped about themselves. And sometimes, again, when you feel good, you play good. Shout out to Dion. I talked about him earlier on the pod. I think they just got that shot. Josh Jacobs last week looked the best we've seen him. Like, he played good last year, but, like, he just looked like a different running back. It looked like an earthquake every time he ran the damn ball. So you put both those chances up, and I think you got it. You absolutely got it. Also, I think that Bills defense looked a little suspect last week. So if it's one defense that the Raiders does it to, I think it's going to be them. And I think they got a solid chance. But at the same time, I agree with what you said, man. The Jags, we're both in love with that Jags team and think they both got a chance.
It's because the Bills not playing DeMar Hamlin. They got to play DeMar. You feel me? They got to get him out there. They got to get him hitting people. Got to get his body loose.
God. Oh, my goodness. You're about to... Never mind. I'm not going to make a... It's crazy, man. A lot of people were saying, never mind. I'm just gonna move on. I'm not gonna be inappropriate. Fuck them. Do the Jets have a real chance at beating the Cowboys this week? If so, what is the formula for the Jets beating the Cowboys this week? I think the easy answer is no, but like I want to make this a little fun.
See, I wasn't even going to go there. I wasn't going to do it to make it fun. I actually think, again, now that you have, I like Zach Wilson. I think he's a good quarterback, or can be a good quarterback. I just think he has to have the trust of the team. And I think just even the little offseason he had behind Aaron Rodgers, I think he knows that this is kind of his last audition, sad to say. So I feel like he has something to prove. And I like those in my quarterbacks. I like having that in my quarterback. Why? Because you really get to see them before they become a star, if they do become one, or it breaks them and they become a piece of shit and then they're back a role player for the rest of their career. I like seeing that.
Right.
And I think we have that early in Zach Wilson. So again, he's more prepared now. He knows that he's going in being the guy, even though everybody doesn't want to say it or give it that terminology. He's the guy right now, and New York doesn't have a better option than him. So with that being said, I like his chances. Again, that defense is crazy sick. He cannot be holding on to the ball too long. He can't. So quick passes. Run game has to be efficient, and it has to be their best aspect. It can't be sitting there relying on Zach Wilson to throw the ball 30, 40 times. No. He need both his running backs. If Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook could run over 60 yards apiece, it's going to be a good game for the Jets.
With that being said, if I'm Zach Wilson, bro, I'm shaking in my fucking boots, man. Like I'm scared to death if I am. If I saw what happened to Daniel Jones the week before, and knowing that I can't run as fast as Daniel Jones, I am scared. I am terrified. Okay, but you do got a point. You do got a point. But at the same time, we saw how the Cowboys kind of slowed down and shut down Saquon Barkley. That's the only thing that makes me scared. But this offensive, what you said does have merit because the offensive line for the Jets is better than what the Giants had last week. Mm-hmm. The defensive line and the secondary as a whole, every position is damn near better than what the Giants had. Besides, I mean, quarterback's relatively similar, but whatever. But I'm disappointed in you because you said that the Jets season was over, and then you tout fucking Zach Wilson like you just did right there. A little disappointed in you for that, but it's okay. Playing both sides, I get. I'm not the only one that does it on this podcast. But again, that defense is really gonna be the difference between what really gives them a shot. Can you really fuck Dak Prescott up enough? Can you make him take some chances that he didn't take last week? Can you put him in situations where he's not, where the pressure's on? Yeah, that's what you got to give him. And he's just gotta. That's the biggest difference. The Jets defense and the offensive line is something else. But I do think it gives Zach Wilson. Here's a very important point. It gives Zach Wilson some confidence that they didn't bring another quarterback in this week. That they kind of said you're the guy, right? Am I wrong about that?
Yes, I think you are. I think, again, if he has a bad week, I think they do go get somebody else. If he goes out there and he plays good against this Cowboys defense that is top 5, top 3 in the league, then, again, it kind of solidifies him as he can be that guy. I think they're waiting to see what he has in his tank. I think they're waiting to see. They're giving him a fair chance. Well, they think they give him a fair chance. Him going against a top 5 defense is not a fair chance. That is not an audition I think anybody wants to be in as a quarterback. But I think that's what they're going to do here. I think if he goes out there and wets the bed like Daniel Jones did last week, I think they do go and get a veteran quarterback to put pressure on him to say, if you act like this again or you play like this again, this person's going to take your spot. And I don't think he needs that after you just pretty much benched him for Aaron Rodgers. And that's why I have them being a shit show this year, not making the playoffs, is because I don't think he's going to have that confidence. I like him, his personality and stuff personally. I just don't think that's going to translate to him being winning with this team. I don't think so. That's why I have them losing. For your information, sir.
But hey, best believe if he has a rough half, okay, a rough half, much less a rough game, that phone is only a foot away from Jets ownership calling fucking Joe Flacco back.
Who you gonna call? You gonna call Robert Griffin III? You gonna call Andrew Luck? Who you calling?
I think they're willing to go take a chance on anybody. They don't really care. Like they're not looking at who's better than Zach Wilson. They just pretty much need another. They want a veteran body to come in because who knows. That's what this team kind of needs, like a true leader, and they don't have Aaron Rodgers in there. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be on that sideline, this coming week. He's not going to be there for the rest of the season. We're not going to see Aaron Rodgers on that sideline the whole year. He's just recovery. Is your whole power out or just the light?
I don't think the computer will be on if the power will be on. You, Jack. It's coming. Jeez, give it a second.
What do you have, a generator? You got a fucking power crank it up? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, I like this podcast a little bit better. Just your boy, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, oh, God. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers isn't going to, there's no true, we can agree that Zach Wilson isn't the leader that the Jets need. That's all I'm saying. And a veteran presence such as a Joe Flacco, who sucks, don't get me wrong, but he's a little bit more of a leader than fucking Zach Wilson. But on to more important things. What are two aspects? Okay, you can give one, I'll give one, and we'll go back and forth, however you want to do it. Two aspects that fans should pay attention to this week as just something that's really important that you think might stick out this week.
I'm going to say the shape of the AFC North division. This is you had division games for the AFC North teams last week, and with the Steelers playing the 49ers and losing. This week you got the Steelers playing the Browns on Monday night as the second Monday night game, and then again you have the Bengals playing the Ravens. I think this shapes out early what this division is going to look like because, again, the division winners from last year could start off 0-2. The Browns that nobody is expecting to win this division could start off 2-0. I think it's an early shape, and it's hard to. I know people saying it's early. Don't look too much into it. Blah blah blah. But we all know how that division is at the end of the year. Let's be realistic. Everybody ends close to 500 or a little bit over. But that's not enough to win the division. So that's something to keep an eye on.
You said the shape of it. Is that like an octagon, like a hexagon? Like what are we talking about? Like
the shape of the division, the dynamics of the top teams that we're used to seeing on the bottom, while the teams that I expect to win this division on the top.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, you look more of like a bottom. You know what I'm saying? I'm just. All right. Anyways, yeah, you got a point. I mean, speaking of that, this kind of goes along with your aspect you're talking about, the shape of the AFC. I think a very important game to really pay attention to is the Browns versus the Steelers. Okay, we have two quarterbacks who are in that it could be anything like category. I say, they could be, they have the potential to be great. They have the potential to suck again this week. And Deshaun Watson, I'm not ragging you this week. I'm giving you a pass. I'm just saying something important to pay attention to. And then Kenny Pickett, who had a bad week too last week. Whole team got their ass stomped by the 49ers, like you said. Hey, those are things I want to pay attention to because the Steelers could go 0-2. The Browns could go 2-0. Is that really, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are important things. A franchise such as the Steelers, who are historically known to be good, and you start 0-2, and then you got a franchise that's historically known for being bad, that might start out 2-0. That's what I'm saying, and I think it could go either way because both of those teams have good defenses. And pay attention. I think a lot of people last week thought that it was a fluke that the Browns defense did burrow in like they did last week. I just think the defense is beyond great. I think they are super dangerous, and I think a lot of quarterbacks are going to fear that Browns defense. And so be scared of it because if they fuck Kenny Pickett up, like make the Steelers look absolutely terrible, I think we really got to start speaking that Browns into existence. And it's not because of Deshaun Watson. It's because of the damn Browns defense. But I think Deshaun Watson might get the job done enough. But no lies told, that defense is going to lead the way.
Damn, it was mad other games, and you just going to just say the same shit I just said. Ain't that something, y'all?
I didn't say the exact same. Go ahead. It's close, though. We're just same mindset. You know what I'm saying? Great minds think alike.
No, they do not. I don't believe in that. I think that's bullshit.
What do you mean? No, they do. But I think they have different ways of thinking about it. So you explain your point in a certain way. I explain my thought process in a certain way. But we got to the same goal. Okay? We just happen to be thinking the same thing. So great minds think alike. Okay?
Valid.
I don't just have like a monkey in my brain just going ding, 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 ding. You know what I mean? Okay.
You're a Patriots fan.
Stop stalling. Second aspect.
Second aspect. I'm going to say watch Jordan Love continue his MVP candidate, his race.
Bruh, he's stop playing, that shit.
He's playing the bum ass Falcons, the Atlanta Falcons, and I think he's going to put up another 3 touchdowns, and he's going to finish this week again on top as the passing touchdowns leader. So Jordan Love, that's my watch guy. That's my stats guy. That's my MVP candidate person to keep your eye out on. Jordan Love, Green Bay.
Jordan Love, you have a point. I think the MVP shit is bullshit, 100%. But I mean, if he keeps playing good, like you can't knock it. Like there's got to be something to it. And I think the same thing goes for Russell Wilson. I'm gonna bring him up. Your quarterback. And just I think this game overall is important. The Broncos versus the Commanders, namely because you want to see. A lot of people hate battles of like lower tier teams. I like it because I actually get to see depending on the battle, you can see who's superior and who actually might have a chance. And I think that if the Broncos come out on top, we really look at the Commanders like, you guys aren't that good. We see the Commanders, if they come out on top, okay, we see how bad Russell Wilson actually is against the Commanders defense. Those are important things to pay attention to because, again, we keep seeing these poor performances from Russell Wilson. We know what you are.
He did not have a bad performance last week. Stop it. Stop it.
One out of 10, where would you rank it?
He had a 7. He literally had a 7, and it was really an 8. He played what the defense gave him last week. You got to watch the games, man. You got to watch the game.
Let's put some stats for this context.
He was efficient. He was taking the dump downs. He wasn't throwing to. I mean, he really had nobody to throw the ball to, but he was doing what he needed to do, and he was efficient doing it with no turnovers. You can't ask for much more from your quarterback. What else you want from him?
I'll give you some props. I thought he did a lot worse than we did, so I will say I'm wrong, and I'm proud. I'm not proud of it, but I will proudly say I'm wrong. Okay, he had 2 touchdowns, only had 106 yards. No, yeah, 177 yards, and he had 108 quarterback QBR. Or no, he had 70 QBR. So, yeah, I agree with you saying. but that's not the let Russ cook. Let Russ cook. Like that's not. That's not what. That's not what. That's not. That if that's Russ cooking, I'm scared to see what he's making for Thanksgiving. Okay, um, I really want to see where these two teams are, and I think this puts one ahead of the other. Okay, I don't think it would be the most exciting game, but I guarantee it would be close because neither one of those teams are outlandishly better than the other. But it lets me know on the hierarchy where to put them. And I think that's important, not just to know where the good teams are, but who can beat up on who. And if one of them totally lays out the other, then I'll say something about it. But I think that's the most important part. Let's finish this on a better note than the fucking Commanders versus the Broncos, because I feel like this is a bad topic to end on. You know what I mean? Am I wrong about that?
Oh, I could throw in a little sneak peek of or another surprise one. The Colts and the Texans, the two rookie QBs going at it. I like that game. I like that game because it kind of shows off, like I said, the rookies going at it. You get to see who's necessarily with bad teams right now. Who comes out on top. So I like that game. That's a game I get to watch. Anthony Richardson, I think he played fairly good last week. I would hope he continues to develop. Um, CJ Stroud, I really didn't watch that Texans game, so I'm not sure necessarily what the hell he did. Um, but yeah, just them going at it. It's just the battle of the rookies.
I appreciate you for bringing that up. To be honest with you, yeah, I think you both have similar talent around them, and so I do think it's a good matchup. Um, CJ Stroud didn't have that good of a week last week, and Richardson did, which we kind of expected. I would like to see both of them be a little bit more pass first, and we'll see. We'll see. Both of these defenses are in similar spots, I think. So yeah, I think who you got your money on? Who has a better performance? I mean, I'll say Richardson, but
I mean, I'm gonna say Anthony Richardson. I just talked about him. Why would I go CJ Stroud? I got CJ. I got him for my offensive rookie of the year. I'm going Richardson all day.
yeah, I got you. I got you. What? Oh, okay. I'm gonna throw a little bit more of these topics. How do you see? Actually, I'll bring up another game. It's the battle of the bads. Again, the two fucking teams that are just not as good as the rest. In the Buccaneers and the Bears. And Justin Fields is another topic this week. How lovely.
I
Uh,
thought you just said we're not talking about bad teams, or you don't want to end on that note, and then you go to another bad game. What the hell?
fuck it. All right. Oh yeah, just come on. Let's talk about it. What do you think about Baker? I know you you flirt around with the idea a little bit about how great he is, but I mean he really did have a good performance last week. Beating the Vikings and right, yeah, they beat
Yeah,
the
he told
Vikings.
them. He told one of their players, "You a little ass boy," or he
Get your weight
said,
up.
"Get your weight up. You a little ass boy." I love that shit from your quarterback. His little cocky little. Yeah, I like that shit from him. I like that. But fuck you, Justin Fields. I hope you get your ass whooped and you lose again.
Why you gotta say that, man? He
I
is
don't
going
like.
against a really good defense though.
Like I don't. He is, and I think it's going to show again when he's not going through his progressions, when he's quick to run and scramble. I I hope somebody puts him on his fucking ass. Again, I like to see Justin Fields. I want him to develop. I want him to be better, but I don't think he's capable of doing that because he's still stuck in his old ways. He's not trying to be an NFL quarterback. He thinks this is college and shit still. And you got to learn one way or another. And again, he doesn't have no pressure. He doesn't have that veteran quarterback behind him ready to take his spot if he plays bad. He knows if he plays bad, he's still going to be the fucking guy this year. It doesn't matter. So I think he plays loosely and he's not trying to be a better quarterback. He's just trying to go out there and be more of a he's out there for style and swag, man. That's all he out there for. Let's be real.
Yeah, this is crazy.
He ain't out there for nothing else. I'm sorry.
This is crazy. I mean, I definitely disagree with you. I think it's just that. I think it's that Bears organization, man. Like Claypool is getting fucking benched this week, because the half-ass effort he had last week. Just the organization, the offensive line fucking sucks. It doesn't matter how good Justin Fields is. The offensive line sucks. The defense is Yeah, we thought it was going to be a little bit better, but it's not. Because they're always on the fucking field because he's going 3-and-out. It's such a fucking Bears, man. Fucking Bears. Yeah. Anything else, Randall, you want to talk about? Or are we done? I don't mind. I'm good to talk. We still got like 15 if you want to go to the hour 15. It's up to you.
I'm good. Like I said, I feel like we addressed everything. That Giants Cardinals game is gonna be shitty mix shit. The 49ers Rams game is gonna be shitty mix shit. I feel like that Seahawks Lions game should be kind of high scoring. I'm gonna say that now. If you're doing over and under on that game, do the over. It's gonna be high scoring.
You think Geno will have a bounce back week? Is that what you're saying?
Geno, fuck no. I think the Lions just score and then they have to end up the Seahawks end up having to score at some point. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. God, there are a lot of shitty games this week. I'm just giving a heads up. Like, I'm still gonna watch because I love football and I miss it. But like the Chargers Titans, shitty shit. Like both teams, whoever finds the way to outfuck themselves, pretty much is gonna win that game. Packers Falcons. I mean, you kind of said Jordan Love is gonna lead that pack. Out there. Colts, Texans. I know we said yeah, we can't wait for the rookies, but that's gonna be another shit grinded out game. Bears, Buccaneers, another shitty game. Saints, Panthers, another shitty game. Just God, it's a lot of shit going on. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, with that being said, guys, what the fuck? What the ew? What are you doing?
Somebody in the chat said, "Open your eyes, Trey," and I did. I opened my eyes because they said that my fucking lights is bright apparently, and I'm dimming them.
Oh, yeah, fix that. All right. Anyways, guys, that is all for the Enough Said Sports Podcast, best podcast in the game. Keep it rolling. We will see you guys on Tuesday night and give those game reviews. Besides that, Trey, anything you want to say to the folks watching behind this the screen?
Go watch that Colorado game. Put your money on Shedeur Sanders. Do what you got to do money-wise, gambling. Other than that, please follow on all social media platforms. Your comment, your feedback is very appreciated and is needed. We can't do this without you guys in a sense of improving and trying to progress in this field. So we appreciate your comments, your feedback. So yeah, spread the word and do what you got to do. Click them buttons.
Absolutely, guys. We're here to appease you. We want to make the show for the people. Best content out here. That being said, peace out, guys. See y'all next week.